we're here. I know I haven't vlogged for a while and I promise you that I have a reason for it. So I've been accepted and going into flight attendant training. So that's my dream job since like ever. So I'm really happy that I got accepted. So when I told my friends, they're all like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you. Like, how did you do it? And what was the interview like? And like, they asked me so many questions. So I decided that I'm going to make a vlog so that everyone can like, know about my experience. And I'm sure that there are like hundreds or thousands of video out there, but this is just my take on the whole interview process for me and my specific airline. So I cannot speak for all all the American airlines out there, but just for my specific airline. So first of all, the interview was held in Texas and the airline flew us there on non-rev of course, and it was a fly in, fly out interview. So that means we did not stay overnight, which is great. And they tell you to dress business casual, but my tip is to dress business. I saw some people there who were dressed casual and some people there who were dressed like business. So which one do you think looked better? Compare, because it's so weird like to see everyone so dressed up and then suddenly you're so dressed down. Like, definitely does not look good on you. So definitely dress in business attires. So for guys, of course, it's like suit, and then for girls it can be like a jacket, like a blazer with a white button-up shirt, not necessarily white, but like a dress shirt, and either like long skirt or like dress pants. So do not dress like what you would wear to go out to the movies, to go watch a game. Definitely not recommended. So that is an easy tip that everyone should remember. After we play the icebreaker games, then we are brought into a room with two interviewers. So they would ask us questions, and they had some questions like, what do you think of the flight attendant uniform, and what do you think it represents? So it's easy questions. It was nothing technical, and nothing on like the background of the company. So these are just situational or like really simple questions that you should know already without even studying. So actually when they ask us questions, right, would raise our hand to answer the question. And if you and your group mate raise your hand at the same time, please don't fight with them and let them go first, because you have to be polite. As a flight attendant, being nice and being helpful is everything. So another tip is never fight with your group mates in answering a question, because there's no rush. Just let them go first and everything is great. And I remember there was one point where they gave us like individual index cards, so it was different questions. Like, because in the beginning they would ask you the same question and everyone have to answer. I know that you probably want to say your answer before your group mate in case that they said your answer and you have to think of something else. But definitely don't fight. Like, those questions aren't hard, so you can always come up with different answers. But there was a part where they gave us index cards, and it was all different questions, so you cannot like copy the other person's question. Oh, and another thing though, when they ask you like the question, for example, if person A said this, you should say, oh, I agree with person A. So it's to make sure that they know that you're listening to your group mates and like, being respectful. So that helps a lot too, I think. Another tip that I want to give is remember all of your interviewers' name. There's not a lot of them, maybe 10 maximum. But when you want to go up to them and say, oh, thank you for the opportunity, or thank you don't want to just say thank you. You want to be personal and be like, oh, thank you, Melissa. Oh, thank you, Alex. Like, just be very personal with them and make sure that they know that you remember their name so that they can remember your name, That is huge tips. And the last tip of all is just smile and have fun and just be genuine and polite during the whole interview. I think that is all they're looking for, just having someone who's very helpful, to be a flight attendant and polite, and that's just the duties of a flight attendant and the image of a flight attendant that they're looking for. So yeah, I know I spoke a lot, and I hope that you guys kind of, just catch the gist of what happened in the whole interview. Oh, by the way, it's a fly in, fly out interview. Did I mention that? Yeah. So we don't have to stay overnight or anything. So after I was done, I just, flew back home. And yeah, so the 4 major tips that I mentioned in the videos, besides from the small tiny tips, was 1, dress businessy. Not business casual, but businessy. And then second is, when you're playing the icebreaker games, do not fight with like the other teams and try to come out on top. Just, have fun and go with the flow. And number 3 is, remember your interviewer's name. So you have to be personal with them so that they can also remember your name, which is great at the end when they're choosing on who to give like fingerprinting and arm reach test. And 4, just smile. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you find this video helpful, and good luck in your flight attendant interview. I will be sure to update about my flight attendant training soon when I go there.